Welcome back to the Trophyz Medals podcast. The Ebbtide crew is back again. We have a special episode as we are being put here by His grace, by no other than Mr. Raheem Goodell. We have the Ebbtide King, and we have Aunt Tony Love representing. So, how y'all feeling over there?
Everything good.
Feeling great.
I wonder why you feeling so great. If you don't understand that tone, that's the voice of a father as a Saints fan, who has a son that's a Cowboys fan taking an L. So the Tony Love household, I'm pretty sure, is full of comedy all week. We're gonna touch on, of course, the Saints Cowboys game. That was a big game, big defensive matchup. Of course, we got to represent my Titans. Hand those Falcons an L. The office is nice and quiet today. We're going to go over some more NFL scores. Also going to go over NBA funny comparison as far as Kevin Durant and his situation with the Warriors being a comparison to Johnny Gill joining New Edition. So more to come on that. But first, let's get into the NFL. So, Floyd, Tony Love, how y'all feel about this Saints win without Drew Brees?
I think the mantra is no Brees, no problem. He's still in this.
Yeah. So,
even though the offense didn't put up big points, I think people forget the Saints defense is a force to be reckoned with. Floyd, I know you always got a saying, suspect defense. What you saw on the defensive side of the ball?
Finally, the suspect defense came through. My luck has brought great providence to this great win today against the Dallas Cowboys, who I hate very much. But I mean, as an overall thing, I think Teddy did a good job. I think the running game did what they needed to do. I think Ted again probably needs to catch that ball a little bit more heavy, catch it more accurately.
That's not going to happen.
Moving forward. But I know, I know. But I'm glad Apple and Williams did not fuck up. You know what I'm saying? That's my biggest gripe every year. So they did what they supposed to do. It was a sloppy win, boring win, but it was a win.
And it's probably the way y'all had to win, because you don't want to get into a shootout with the Cowboys without Brees.
And for me, it's not that I don't hate the Cowboys. I hate Cowboys fans.
There you go. That's exactly what it is. And this is the other part. This is the other part I don't understand. Why are the Saints and Cowboys rivals? Like, why the fans, especially the Cowboys side, why do they feel the need to be rivalries with the Saints? I don't get it.
Oh, it's called.
You got look at it. It's just like Atlanta. I mean, Atlanta is New Orleans East, and Dallas is like a semi New Orleans West.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, we in there deep in both cities.
Yeah, because of Katrina. Katrina brought a lot of people from Louisiana / New Orleans to this city. Remember, we're not dry anymore. This ain't dry land no more. We have liquor in the city because of our city.
Yeah.
We can actually buy some form of liquor now because we wasn't having that. So it's gotten real here of how many people we are invading and taking over this city. They don't like it.
Yeah, because I was trying to think, even like the old division, was the Saints and Cowboys in that together in that old division?
Never was now. No.
It was the Niners.
Niners. It was always the Niners. Niners was the farthest West Coast team. Because like this, the NFC, the Cowboys division always been the exact same. It's never been changed for 1 second. But it was just like, it was always, the previous one was the Saints,
the Falcons, Rams, and
Falcons,
Niners.
Niners, yes. But yeah, you would have thought the Cowboys would have been in the same division because it's right next to them, but they never were.
Yeah.
Like you'd have thought like Atlanta should have been more in the NFC East because it's more East. It's more East. They should have been more over there, and the Cowboys should have been more in that division. But for some apparent reason, they never tweaked that. We lost Anthony. Send another, you know what I mean? Send that back out there to Anthony. We lost him.
I did. But yeah, that sounds like a Raheem move as far as the way the division used to be set up. I mean, it's better now, but it just, I guess because, you know, back in the day when teams moved around, that's probably why things were all switched up. But yeah, I mean, that's a good point. I mean, I didn't think about it, but yeah, I just never understood why the Cowboys and Saints fans butt heads so much, but obviously
that's been recent times. This has just been recently, like, you know, since really the Katrina, this rivalry, especially and when the Saints, and Sean Payton made it personal.
That's true. Yeah, the Payton, yeah.
Because, you know, Payton wanted to be the coach in Dallas, but, you know, he wasn't a puppet to Jerry Jones, so that's why he didn't get the job. And so that's another reason why it became even more personal also, because now, you know, Sean, you remember the first couple of times they played, remember Sean tried to put it in their life to the highest extent by running up the score and everything. So it became personal.
Mm-hmm.
2006.
So that was the other reason too.
But it's a fun rivalry. I love seeing it every year. So I just liked that it was an ugly game, and the fact that y'all beat them with a backup.
On top of that, exactly.
That rubs it in even more so. So it is what it is. So like Dak Prescott was on pace to being like a $300 million man, but now I think that kind of works in Jerry Jones' favor to slap him back in reality, saying, "Oh, you can't beat top-notch teams."
Well, technically, it ain't his fault. It was literally their defense fault.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, right. I know, yeah. Of course, Jerry and them screwed when it comes to the Dak situation. They got to pay that man. They got to back that truck up.
Yeah.
If Jared Goff got that money, nothing else could be done. So they're going to have to do that. So they can try to use whatever excuse they want to use, but that ain't going to fly at the end of the day. Jared Goff threw for 500 yards and still lost.
Yeah.
To Tampa Bay.
I mean, Tampa Bay defense is legit. I think they've proven that. But at the same time, nobody was playing defense that game on damn points.
Right.
They wouldn't have Tampa Bay got no goddamn defense. That was the most horrible ass game.
I'm saying overall. I'm not saying that particular game.
Okay.
Stop being a homer.
So everybody got suspect defenses until they prove otherwise.
It's an offensive league, man. Nobody plays defense no more. Nobody got time for all that. Own team playing defense is the Bears.
Don't do that. Don't do that right now, man. Don't bring that team up right now.
I didn't even say the player. I'm just saying overall the team.
Hey, he's on the team, and we got to play him next week, man. Like I ain't trying to even hear all of it.
You saw they were doing the electric slide in the locker room? The Bears?
Yeah. What they do?
I think they got the best the defense had the best celebrations in the league, bro. But,
I'm not trying to hear all that right now.
Didn't y'all win? Didn't the Raiders win?
Yes. Yeah.
I need you to be in a better mood. I think the whole crew.
I can't be because next week we got to play him. Do you know how bad it's gonna be?
It's not
of how the havoc he gonna wreak? No, I'm not. I don't care about today. I'll see next week. It's gonna be pretty. Remember, every sack this man got a forced fumble on top of that.
I mean,
I don't want them. He's gonna try to.
You never know until game day.
On any given Sunday. This is why we play the game.
True. And then now they just suspended our linebacker Burford for the rest of the season.
He a habitual line stopper. He needed to go away. He messing it up for everybody. Because I was just talking about that at work. Like, I'm old school. I come from where wide receivers and backs were getting blasted across the middle. And I kind of feel they fine and suspend these guys a little too much. But come on, man. How many times you going to hit people in the head? Like,
right.
It's okay if it happens here and there, or you have a couple of game streak where it happens. Over the years, this dude has done it over and over and over and over and over and show no remorse for it. So he had to. That was a statement suspension, even if it wasn't intentional or not or whatever. They just showed it just now. Yeah, look, you back head down. Yeah, you gotta leave. Yeah, he gotta go. And then he ran off the field smiling.
Yeah, he did do that. Yeah, I know. That didn't help the situation neither, though.
So, yeah, I mean, he's a typical Raider. That's what I said when they first signed him. But I knew it wasn't going to last long. Either he's going to get into it with the coaches or he's going to do what he just did.
Right.
So. But y'all will be all right, man. Keep hope alive.
Well, hey, I didn't want him. I mean, there's once again another player that I question why we getting him. But like I said, this is the recklessness of John Gruden. But then like I said, Mayock is showing again, like, yo, okay, I keep telling you we shouldn't be doing this, but I'm gonna let you, hang yourself. This is to show you stupid. So I just looked at it as that. But I'm not. But hey, I'm pleasantly surprised we 2-2 right now. So I'm going to just live with that and go with that.
Well, selfishly, I'm going to go ahead and say, well, even if the game turns out badly, it'll be good video, good audio for the next podcast. Yeah. So either way, it's a win-win.
Ain't no win-win for me. Good luck. Hey, remember, Jason had the audacity to try to call me last week. I've been trying to reach out to him for a hot minute to check on him, see how he doing, but he won't call me when he playing me in fantasy and he in the Vikings put a foot in our ass. You think I'm gonna answer the phone? Ha! Hold that. I ain't answering the phone. You ain't gonna call me now to be like, oh hey, how you doing? Nah, I ain't good right now. Can't take a double whammy.
Brotherly love.
Yeah, that phone didn't get answered. I was glad I was asleep at the time.
So, Floyd, you owe me a bottle of liquor for my Titans beating the Falcons.
How the hell I owe you a bottle of liquor?
Because we're helping y'all in your division, man.
Oh, okay. I appreciate it. You know what? You got it, bro. You got it. All I'm going to do is dig into that cabinet of foolery that I got. You get it.
Cabinet of foolery.
Which is still stocked up. You know what I mean?
Hey, man, I would say that the Falcons fans I've talked to, they are so done with their coach. Well, the team, period. I think everybody but Julio and probably Neil, anybody else on that team, they kind of just down on from the quarterback on.
Well, yeah.
It's been a curse that's been given to them since they threw eggs at that Saints plane back in the day.
What was that?
You never heard that? You never seen an article when the Falcons fans that were working at the airport threw eggs at the Saints plane when they were leaving?
Mm-mm.
Yep. Ever since then, it's been downhill. I think that was like, let's say,
what you suspending somebody, Raheem? Focus.
No. This was back in 2012 when Falcon fans and airport workers threw eggs at the Saints plane when it was coming to town.
Childish.
Since then they have been crap.
I don't know, man. What I've said and Falcons fans think I'm making fun of them, but they just need to be physical. Like, they didn't even run the ball, like, at all for long chunks of the game. They just keep throwing and throwing and throwing, and Matt Ryan continuously getting beat up. And they wonder why he throws interceptions, because you making him throw the ball 50 times a game and getting sacked 4 times a game and getting hit like 10, 15 times a game. He's shell-shocked.
When the last time anything out of Atlanta, Georgia was physical?
Damn.
That's that. That was
Damn.
Oh, God damn. Strong point there.
Good jab. Good goddamn jab.
I mean, maybe Jamal Anderson with the Dirty Bird. Dikembe Mutombo.
How far back is that? Think about it.
Going 20 years, that's for sure.
Craig Hayward, when he was here, damn, that's even further. Damn, never mind.
Yeah, like I said, everything you said is 20 years.
That's a good point. But that's what I've been saying. Like, they have a good setup. If they just feed their running backs, that way they can go play action. They're probably one of the best offensive weapons in Julio in the league, and you're wasting him sometimes because you don't get him the ball in the red zone, or you don't get him the ball in big game, big time situations.
How you don't give the ball? Like I said, that's all I don't understand. How you don't give the ball to Julio Jones?
Well, the problem is that they're so obvious in their offense that you allow him to get double teamed. Like I know the Titans, we was doing trail and putting somebody over the top. I mean, he was still catching some of them, but because he gonna get his. He gonna get his, but it's just some situations where they allow us to be physical with him and just delay the route long enough for the pass rush to get there. Versus if you in a situation where you thinking it might be a run and you're peeking in the backfield and then he gone, you don't have that situation. So I don't know. But you're right. They ain't been physical out of Atlanta since I was under 6 foot tall.
The Super Bowl run was an example of that. I mean, they just be 100. They just blow games. They blow games worse than most teams
because they won't commit to the run. If you up, I mean, that's a prime example. Super Bowl, you up, 28-3? Run the damn ball, run and shoot a clock.
Yeah.
Especially back then when they had 2 legit running backs.
Exactly.
Well,
and then you beat one of them this year and you don't get the ball.
Well, I just say like this, they just need to work on their defense, of course, and then, they need another strong running back, which I do agree on that. But
a bruiser, yeah.
They
have nobody for short yardage as far as running the ball.
Problem is they have no identity. That's really the case. They just pretty much the Falcons, and they try to mock the Saints, or they try to mock other teams in regards to how they set up with the two head back, just like Carolina, or the spread offense is like the Saints, or whatever. But Atlanta doesn't have an identity, and I don't think we should waste our time even talking more about them.
All right, that's coming from the commissioner. So
the hater.
Moving on, the Lions almost snubbed out the Chiefs. Y'all think the Lions are legit, or are you thinking they just got lucky in the first quarter of the season?
I think they actually could be legit because the head coach is under the Belichick umbrella, but he's definitely he has them balling out. Like, they overachieving for sure. So I don't look at it as it's Detroit always said that they had the talent, they just wasn't fulfilling the talent. And like they finally doing it for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
So
I mean, I think the difference, again, another example, run game. They got a running back they can feed, and then that allows Stafford to go down the field. So And their defense is stepping up too, making big plays, causing big turnovers.
Right.
But I felt they should have won that game. Some crucial turnovers. But again, I mean, Mahomes put himself in position anytime he's on the field. That's why you got to run the ball against somebody like that. You got to keep him off the field as long as possible.
Exactly.
Because you keep giving him an opportunity, he's going to score eventually, one way or another.
Is Mahomes an evolved version of Michael Vick?
No. I wouldn't say Vic. I would say more so a young Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, or control Brent Favre.
Or John Elway, young John Elway.
Yeah.
Okay.
Vic was. I wouldn't. He doesn't run. He's mobile, but he doesn't run like Vic. Like Vic was running design runs. I would say Vic and like Randall Cunningham is in the same boat versus somebody like Mahomes or like Lamar Jackson and Vic. That's the comparison. Like that's the easy comparison. He's more involved because I think he's a better passer than Vic was.
I just want to ask that question because I think that was brought up by a friend of mine saying that he was more like Vic or more like McNabb.
McNabb was another good one because he actually somebody else that can actually throw accurate passes and then run when he has to.
Is he going to win a Super Bowl in the next 3 to 5 years?
I kind of felt he should have won last year. If he could have played a little bit better in the first half, but I think he might be another one like Rodgers and maybe just get that one. I don't see him. I don't see that team being together, like keeping all that talent for extended period of time. There's too many people that's going to want money.
True.
Yeah, my over-under is I don't see him getting no more than 2, if that.
I say none. Personally, nothing to knock him, but I just think that as a team with high expectations like that, they're still gonna get past. They're still gonna have to get past Brady at the end of the day. So that's my gripe. Are they going to be like the Indianapolis Colts were? You know what I'm saying? All those years trying to figure it out before they actually get their one.
Yeah, but with this season being so wide open, I think it's possible that they could almost seize the moment this season. But I don't know. Like I said, I need a couple of more games, and it's so wide open still right now. Anybody don't look like a clear-cut anything right now.
I mean, McCoy being picked up by them was low-key been a crazy pickup for him because the fact what he can do catching out the backfield, especially with the screen passes, I think he's going to be the game changer for them. Because again, I don't think he can just drop back and throw the ball 40 times a game and win in the playoffs. They gotta be able to mix it up.
Facts.
What you were saying about fantasy?
Fantasy football plug right there.
Oh, right. For fantasy leagues with correct point distribution.
Raheem Goodell spoken at the beginning of the league. But next year, it'll be better. It'll be greater. We'll have more input by everybody. And hopefully, give up to the old man to give me my first loss this year. I feel like the Dallas Cowboys.
Hey, yeah. Hold that one. Yeah. Got that one. Yeah. Yeah, I was like, yeah, thank you. I was like, yeah. If anybody deserved to give you your first L, should have been me. I respect it.
I said, If I'm gonna lose, I'm gonna lose it. I'm gonna lose gracefully. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna be one of those power people. But it's always in the playoffs.
Speaking of L's, what's up with your boy BK Brawler? Look like he might squeeze out a win today, but he was hanging with Owen. He was 0-3, right?
Right.
Yeah. I need you to. You can't be talking and be at the bottom of the barrel.
Oh no! Trust me, he highly disgusted. I got to tell you, he's from Brooklyn, so
yeah.
he
was real confident. He was real confident after that draft.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, I mean, he got an A for that and everything. Oh, he highly disgusted. Trust me. He doing. Yeah, trust me. He ain't a happy camper right now. He already ready to this, and he Aquarius like us too. So he extra bugging out. So he ain't taking this gracefully at all.
I feel sorry for your mother. Well, hopefully he gets this win. Well, who are you playing? Bourbon Street? Who is that? Who's Bourbon Street Bad Boys? Oh, that's Alex. He might be able to pull it off.
He looked like he gonna pull it off because of the fact he got Connor as the back. So the percentage is looking in his favor. He'll pull this one off.
Yeah, because the only thing Alex got left is Tyler Boyd.
Yeah, receiver. That ain't gonna cut it.
Yeah. Him his first dub. But so interesting week. Another interesting thing as far as fantasy, well, more so gambling. Something I read the other day was like, I think so far this year is like it's over 50% of the underdogs as far as by the lines have beaten the spread. So I think they're just setting up people to lose money and gambling for the long run with these spreads. That's exactly why I don't gamble. So, but that's just interesting that all these underdogs are beating the spread. But you can't trust Vegas. It's always a long game.
Exactly.
Always a long game. You might win this week, but it ain't gonna continue.
Right.
So that's pretty much it for the NFL this week. Last but not least, we ain't gonna say anything more about it, but Antonio Brown,
done for life, and who cares?
If you've been listening with us for the past few episodes, we have told y'all stuff, and this stuff has pretty much come true, and continue to show that he ain't what it is, man. He needs help.
Yeah, he's a typical nigga that is done now, and I'm glad he's done and gone.
So, who will be the next team to pick him up and have that foolishness?
The Atlanta Falcons.
Oh man,
yeah,
that would be hilarious.
I see it happening.
Knew it.
I can't see that happening. They got enough receivers. I think they straight receivers. They need a quarterback because Matty Ice is done. So-called Matty Ice is done.
They got to do it through the draft. So.
Oh, shout out to all the backup QBs that's doing well.
That is true. We got a lot of injuries and a lot of moves. I'm looking at Rudolph playing for the Steelers right now. Former Saint Chase Daniels got some burn. Haskins got some burn. What's the guy with the mustache in Jacksonville? Minshew.
Yeah, Minshew. Yeah, and I'm sad to say, I don't think your boy will ever get it.
Nick Foles.
He ain't gonna get that job back.
Yeah. Hey man, you can't be. Hey, ain't no producing tracks while we're doing the podcast, my brother.
I'm actually imaging machines, IT 101, while I'm at work.
Lord.
But
yeah, there's a lot of backups that's doing their thing. And that's that goes to being a professional. Even though you may not be the starter, you always gotta be ready.
Right. And at the same time too, they said, this is the youngest amount of, quarterbacks playing in the league right now too, because, it's saying like, it's over half of the league now is all the quarterbacks are under 26 years old.
Damn, that's a good point. I'm just going through the teams right now, and the only team that got older quarterbacks, Big Ben, Aaron Rodgers. How old is Cam Newton? Like 29?
Yeah, Cam. Yeah, he about to. Yeah, I think. Yeah, Cam getting ready to turn 30.
Cam.
He's about to turn all right.
We'll come back to that in a second. Cam. I think that's it. That's older. Oh, Andy Dalton.
Yeah, Andy Dalton.
Derek Carr.
Carr is up. Yeah, he's up there.
Well, no, Carr is actually he's not as old as y'all. I mean, no, Carr is like really 28, but I mean, it ain't like he's super old. But yeah, Carr is not that old. But I mean, it's still, I understand he's still over that 26 mark. But over half of the league is like really young right now.
Mm-hmm. That's interesting. I never thought about that, but that's a good point because a lot of these, it's not like back in the day where you sit a quarterback for 2 or 3 years and so-called learn the offense. Now you're being thrusted in, week 4, week 3, between Haskins and Danny Dimes. You know what I'm saying? Not, those are situations where it wasn't due to injury.
Right.
You gotta, and it's actually the opposite you would think would happen because remember back in the day when you get drafted that high, you still got that big time contract. So
right.
The fact that they were sitting them with that big time contract was one thing, versus now they don't have as big of a contract. I don't know. It's still guaranteed money, but you would think that it's less money, you'll feel less prone to start somebody early. But you also want to see what you got.
Right, you got to see, though. Like, hey, what you have is not working. You still got to go on and just throw him in the mix.
Mm-hmm.
Because you never know. He might go in here and have just a complete, totally different vibe. But like you said, at the end of the day, you're still not hurting because you're not paying as much.
Yeah, and the contract's not as long. Because I think back then there was no limit on the years, right? You could sign somebody a fucking 10-year contract.
Yeah, they were crazy numbers.
Versus now, I think if you draft in the first round, is a max. It's 4 years with a team option at 5, and then second round it's like 3 with fourth year option and so forth and so on. But yeah, it's interesting. But yeah, like you said, you could have had you could have signed somebody back then and just give them 10 years. So that, like you said, they'll give you a reason. You know what? I'll sit them for 2 years. So that's what we did with Steve McNair. Let him sit for 2 years behind Chandler. And then once we felt he was ready, let him rip.
Right, because remember, that's was odd. I was surprised with the Ezekiel Elliott contract, how long he signed for. Mm-hmm. He signed for almost 7 years.
No, it's 5
for the 90 million.
Oh no, you're talking about with the extension. Yeah, you're right. But
yeah, Zeke. Once Zeke got his money, he started to preserve his body. That's just my thought. But that's another topic for another day.
But you being a typical Saints fan, why are you taking shots at Cam, man?
Because the nigga gay. Oh, sorry. Shit. No, but my thing is, Cam is a great quarterback. Cam has been a great model as far as, that type of athlete. But as you can tell, just like Antonio Brown, there has been a change, a weird one. So this is what you see, you getting the Mary Poppins / you know what I'm saying? The weirdo in the store wearing a jumper suit or something, whatever, shopping in the mall, Cam. And it's starting to get a little bit Here's the question: when the last time you seen Cam take a picture with a woman? You see Antonio Brown? You see Antonio Brown take a picture with a woman? Just saying. Just putting it out there.
I don't know, man.
And then Matty Ice taking college pictures with bras. I'm just saying, can't believe me in there right now.
I don't know, man. But he on the shelf anyway, so he might be out of a job because they look like they still producing. Get him out of commission.
You go to Atlanta Falcons?
I doubt they do that. I doubt that. I see him going somewhere else completely. But nah, I can't see him come back home. I don't think he wants that pressure.
It's just a matter of he'll be a solid backup until he fixes all his injury problems. You know what I mean? Like a Teddy Bridgewater type of guy.
I don't say he'll be a backup. I'm just saying he ain't gonna be he's not gonna be MVP level anymore. I can't see him as a backup. I don't see him as a backup. He ain't that much of a drop off. I still say he's better than the majority of these players that's playing quarterback. I still say he's like top 10, top 15, easy.
Yeah.
But backup, I think you're kind of pushing it.
Oh, he's a backup. You just don't know it yet.
All right, I'm back.
I'm
back too.
Somebody get Raheem. He talking about Cam Newton. He see Cam Newton as a backup quarterback.
I mean, Cam run is kind of almost over, so I don't think it's a far reach.
I agree that his run may be over. He's going to be going downhill. But to say that he's going to go from being a backup, I still say he's top 15. You telling me he can't go to Jacksonville and be a starter? He can't go.
Well, no. Not Jacksonville. No, Jacksonville got their quarterback. I like that cat. That's his job. No.
I mean, but I'm saying Miami.
Yeah, he can go to Miami.
He can
Chicago.
He can go to Oakland.
Nope, I don't want that.
No, I ain't asking what you wanted.
He can go to Atlanta.
Nah, that's what we were saying just now. I don't think he want that pressure coming home, but he can definitely go to Oakland.
What pressure?
The twinkle toes pressure. That's why that pressure.
Thank you.
Remember Dwight Howard did the same thing. Hold that. You tread lightly. You can't put yourself in those type of situations. You already questionable by the way he be dressing. You making the super obvious by going back home. And this is all Dave Chappelle fault too now.
How's Chappelle fault? Oh, you talking about the new one? Yeah.
Yeah, the Sticks and Stones. Yeah. Nah, he aired them out ASAP. So can't do that. So no, he can't go back there. I mean, Carr. I still feel like Carr is still better than Cam at this particular time. Cam need to get more healthy. Mm-hmm. But I would take Carr still over Cam at this particular time because of just the health wise.
Right.
Because like I said, Chicago still is struggling. Trubisky ain't got it.
He can take that job.
So he can take that job. He can take the Miami job.
Cincinnati
job.
The Jets.
No. I'm not knocking on Sam yet. I'm not. He really don't have no weapons. Like whatever nasty stuff he been doing right now, he got to get over that. But I'm not going to just put him out of, take that shot at him just yet to say he's out of, not ready. I
don't know, man. Y'all really, regardless of what he do off the field and how he dressed. I really think
not even that. No, I just think it's almost like what the thing is when it comes to Cam. Cam is just, I mean, he's hurt. Like he's the hacker shack of football. Like he's been just abused and battered, and his body is just shot now.
Right.
So it's not about. I ain't questioning. I mean, yeah, the shit he do questionable. No, I'm not questioning that part. It's just I think he's just physically hurt, and it just don't have it right anymore.
Always on and off the field.
Typical Saints fan.
Just
right.
saying.
I don't.
Okay.
So yeah,
I'll say like this or whatever. You know how I know it's a little deeper than that? Because due to the fact that everybody was making no jokes about old boy in Cleveland, what's his name? Odell or whatever. You see how quickly he turned it around once it got serious. Cam ain't trying to turn nothing around. He is who he is. That's all I'm saying.
That's a technicality fact. God damn, he made a great point there. I can't deny that. That's a good call. Odell did try to save himself from that shit. Well, Cam didn't, but I still think it's more the physical side. His body just been beat down because he don't get the calls like other quarterbacks get when it comes to the late hits and everything like that. Like they just allow him to keep getting beat up.
Mm-hmm. And then also the thing with Cam, he don't have that, like you said with Odell, he doesn't have that turnaround. Like I'm gonna repair my image. And even in the games when he get down, he's a front runner in my eyes. If there was a stat on him, I don't think he has any comebacks, any double-digit comebacks in his career.
Because you got to play ahead of the game.
Yeah.
It takes a special person to come back to fight
right.
from your back.
Right.
That's a good point. Raheem Goodell, why don't you do some research on that? Cam Newton comeback wins.
I ain't reading up on that little tooth fairy. Shoot. You better go back to Atlanta. Shoot. Him and Matty Ice gonna play it out.
Lord. On that note, moving on from the NFL, I'm kind of interested in this topic here. So, Tony Love, Rashawn, in the NBA, y'all compared Kevin Durant's time with the Golden State Warriors to Johnny Gill joining the 80s R&B supergroup New Edition. One, I think is genius, but how did this come up? Like,
this came from the ignorance of Shannon Sharp.
Oh,
he made that analogy on,
that yet.
Yeah, he made that analogy on his show. Like he came with that idea, and me and Andy thought like, yo, that was the greatest comparison you can ever make of a scenario. Like that was perfect because that is exactly what Kevin Durant ran into.
So, for those that don't know, if you was born in the 80s, you probably, New Edition, one of the greatest R&B groups in that time. Technically, I would say he's the best singer out of the group.
Yes, he is.
Like as a pure singer, he's the oldest, probably the most mature, but yet in the group, he probably was looked at as the bottom member.
Yeah, he was outcast. Unfortunately, they brought him in. Like I was saying, they brought him in the last minute, even when they was doing that Indie Heartbreak album.
Mm-hmm.
Like they said majority of the album was already done when he was, he came into the group, and like they said, he was able to, get a few lines here and there, but then, like I knew his tension was real when they said, they gave him one song, and they gave him that Boyz II Men song.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, "Oh, so this is what I'm gonna get." I ain't gonna say, I'm gonna paraphrase it. I don't think it was the exact word, but he said, "Yo, okay, this is the song I'm gonna get." He said, "I'm gonna sing the shit out this goddamn song."
Mm-hmm.
And he really made that his song.
Right, because I remember when that album came out, it just seemed weird, like how he's the new member and y'all give him this big song.
No, he made that a big song.
Yeah.
That personal. Like, because he felt the song was weak. Because he like, somebody like you said, all the other songs, like Can You Stand the Rain, Is It Love? Like, some of the other songs he felt like was way better songs, but he really wasn't a part of them. But then he said, "Oh, this is a song you're gonna give me? Okay, then I'm gonna take this shit and make it mine, and I'm gonna sing it." And that's, like you said, I think that's that's that low key song on the album, which is like a fan favorite, but it's just.
And they kind of like threw him on that the Indie Heartbreak remix or whatever, just to say he on the song.
He killed that too. Yeah. He brought the same aggression on that song. So,
but Kevin Durant, again, just like Johnny, no matter what he did with the Warriors, it will never be enough. At least for his satisfaction. I think whether it's winning the MVP, Finals MVPs, being an All-Star, what I'm saying, being dominant, that still was not going to be enough because that wasn't a group you was a part of from day one.
Right. Even with the new edition, especially movie that the little TV series came out. They already had a good rapport. They already had a history together. So it was even before they got into the group. So it wasn't like they knew they was cool with him, which Durant was probably cool with everybody on the team, even from a distance through All-Star games and all of that stuff.
There's a difference when.
Yeah, but then when you come along, but the only difference is, the label tried, wanted Johnny Gill to add on that because they wanted to keep it 5 members where came for him.
True.
That's the only thing that's slightly different. But then they want to still treat him man like Outcast, but you the one wanted him still to come to you. You recruited him to come.
Can't have it both ways.
Exactly, and that's the problem. That's why I felt like I knew that's why he stuck it to him at the end of the day because you came at me. If it was like that, you shouldn't even came at me like that. But the bitch assness of Draymond Green want to highlight the fact of how everybody truly feel is why it came to an end like the way it did.
Yeah.
So what y'all think? Y'all think if Draymond never said anything, everybody else would have just kept quiet and just kept him alone?
Yep.
I mean, I think eventually it would have came out, but it would at least been another contract. Another 3 years.
But I like that. I also like Jalen Rose's comparison to you got your brothers and everything, and then you got that cousin that's real close to the family and everything. And like, yeah, come on through, bro. That cousin he come to the barbecue, he coming to cook out, he coming for the holidays. But at some point, hey, cuz, you got to go home.
Yeah. True.
It's family time now.
Right. Yeah. I don't know. I just feel like you said, if you want to recruit me in, we gonna make this work out. Like like they really could have went to the finals another 3-4 years out of the next 5. But you let egos separate that.
Every time.
But I mean, even with that, it's like from Kevin Durant's point of view, what was the point of going anyway if you was gonna end up leaving? Like regardless, like you got 2 titles that apparently don't satisfy him enough.
No.
So what was the point of going anyway? You should have went elsewhere from the jump.
Well, he didn't. You know what? At the same time, he didn't think it wasn't going to be fulfilling. Like, he thought, like, you know, I get these rings, let's pressure off of me. Because, you know, that's how they want to measure you, by your rings that you have. But for him, he had to learn that it didn't bring that fulfillment that it thought it would bring him. Same thing with LeBron. Think about it. LeBron kind of felt the same way too. He didn't get that fulfillment that he got, you know, when he won them in Miami. The fulfillment wasn't really the same. I think that title he won in Cleveland was way more fulfilling.
Yeah, I mean, that's obvious.
And the other thing they were talking about too with Durant leaving OKC was that they really, you know, were treating him like a kid up until the end, because there was an issue where Nike wanted to, you know, promote his new shoes and everything, and the new gear and everything on the side of the arena, and they told Nike no, you know, all ads are, you know, 5 miles out. We own that space 5 miles, within 5 miles of the arena. So like I'm the start a team.
You should get special treatment.
Yeah, we all making money.
Right.
So yeah, that's that placism.
Yep, and the ego and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, and trust me, you don't think that's why Paul George pulled the stunt he pulled off?
All Paul George Day. That still gets me.
Paul George, he set them up.
You get your own day and you dip out on them on that same day.
On that same day.
A year later. It was all good just a week ago.
I would love to have been there. Hey man, how's Paul George Day going, Paul?
You left. I got him out.
I gotta go. Man.
You know, so it does happen that way. So, you know, but then Durant has always had this, you know, I'm so super talented, but then I get treated as the underdog at the same time.
I mean, he from DC, man.
Yeah, but it's like you said, he busts everybody. Everywhere he go, he busts nigga ass. The talent, you see it, but then it's like he don't get acknowledged still for what he does.
I think he's looking for acknowledgement from the wrong people. I think he
yes.
He looking from white collar America to respect his game when that's not the type of game or personality that he has. And real hoopers know this dude is legit, and that's not enough for him. He wants to be in the McDonald's commercials and stuff like that. Which, I mean, he got his own, you know, he got his thing, but I don't know. He wants to be he wants to be loved like Tim Tebow.
Yeah, he wants that love. But I think Durant is he's the Larry Holmes of this era. You know, you busting people ass, but
knowledge. You don't get the acknowledgement you deserve for the ass kicking tour that you put out here. Because he's definitely he's probably the most unguardable player in the league, really. If you really look at it, you can't stop him at all.
But you know what he got to do? You know what he got to do? He got to be like Larry Holmes and beat the dog shit out of a legend. That's what he needs to do. That's what he needs to do. When he comes back next year, whoever he match up in the playoffs and in the finals, he just needs to dog them out. And
I can see that happening now, like because of the fact of the parity of how everything now.
Mm-hmm.
He gonna snap, and I don't know. I think him going to New York was the best thing because I just remember that time when he went to Rutgers. He lost his damn mind. Falling out there, like was shooting from ranges that wasn't that didn't make sense where he was shooting from. And
But peep this though. What if he goes in the playoffs and matches up against Giannis and dominates the hell out of him?
That's not much, in my opinion.
You don't think that's much? After Giannis has been made the darling of the NBA, like he just comes back and just snatches his heart out and be like,
nah. I don't see Giannis staying with him.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, dominate him.
But I don't see that matchup being the one that that will really test them. That's the way they're equal. I still see Durant still way ahead of Giannis. Giannis isn't there yet.
But people are voting Giannis as the best player in the league.
I don't know why.
Yeah, I don't know why either. I mean, it's not that he's that far off, but people forget so quickly who's been doing it for an extended period of time. But I'm just saying, like, with the media, they hype people up, and I can see them hyping up Giannis. And then if Durant comes back and average 35 a game, and Giannis got that defensive assignment and get that work, that's what he just really needs to do. He needs to just like go through a playoff series and just be taking out everybody, all the best in the East.
Mm-hmm.
Run through Ben Simmons, run through Giannis, run through who else is in the East that's dominant? Run through the Celtics.
Jimmy.
Run through Jimmy in Miami if they ever make the playoffs. I don't see them making the playoffs in the next 2 years.
Right, exactly.
And just show that, hey man, I'm that guy. Don't forget about me. So that's what he got to do. Like you said, he may not be remembered in the short term, but I mean, if any boxing fans really love boxing, they'll Larry Holmes. He beats the dog shit out of Ali. Yeah, I can't even watch that fight. I watched that fight maybe 2 times in life, and that shit I literally cry when I watch that. That shit, that ain't right. Who in the hell was promoting Ali then? Need this fucking
Don King.
Yeah, we need to find that nigga and jump him. He had no damn business.
He had no business being in that ring.
Yeah, I was listening to some podcasts talking about Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson he's a sweetheart now, but just don't mention Don King.
Yeah, I listened to his podcast, and like a couple people come on there and mention Don King. His whole tone changed.
Yeah.
He talking about peace, love, and then you say Don King and be like, that nigga.
I can see that with ease. Yeah, I can't stand that.
But
it's funny.
Podcast. I think it's called like the Hot Box or whatever. They be smoking that stuff on there. But they got some dude that used to be in the NFL that's on there with him, co-hosting. It's pretty good. He got good people on there. Like, I think the last one was he had Snoop on there. And he was ordering food and shit, just doing high stuff. But
yeah, like I said, I heard about that. I gotta check that one out. I've heard good things about Tyson doing this thing. The personality is really on point.
Did you ever see his one-man show?
No.
Oh, y'all missed it. Yeah, that's a treat. That's a treat. You see, I think he did it on HBO once. It might be on there.
Okay.
Yeah, that was real good.
I know, like I said, they say I remember hearing about it, and I heard he had a good run doing it and everything.
Yeah, he sold out Broadway. He went on tour.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just proud of him that he was able to, come back all the money he lost to come back and be able to make money again. I'm happy for him in the bigger picture when it comes to that. But I need him still to relax on the amount of weed he smoked, though. They say, God damn, that nigga spent a lot of money on the weed he smoked.
Well, no, he has his own thing, and he's treated like a humidor. He gave the way he has it set up, he gave Joe Rogan a case like a cigar box.
Jeez.
Like it was a premium edition.
That's
so
I know.
It's a business.
Right. Oh, Hey man, one of our city owned man, Currency got his own strain of weed. Dog, and making great money doing that. Like Currency got his own strain out there doing his thing. So I know, dude, that business is real.
Yeah.
A lot of cats getting into the industry, but
yeah,
I'm gonna bust eventually. But it's just a fact. He just makes the best out of it.
You think it's gonna bust?
Yeah, but they're only gonna bust because it's gonna be oversaturated. Too many.
Yeah.
If it's like some people are gonna still survive and others are not.
Nah, I think it's right up there with with just your tobacco and your wineries and vineyards and stuff like that.
All right, I see what you're saying. Like, but no, I think the bust will be where it'll balance out who's gonna stay at the top and who's gonna drop at the bottom.
Yeah, you have your elites.
Yeah, you're gonna have it'll break it down of the quality. The quality style is gonna kick in of getting it under control. Because right now I think everybody's kind of on the same pay scale.
Mm-hmm.
But I think people are going to balance it out over time of who's really worth you spending that much for in a bigger picture once majority of all the states become legal.
Yeah. But I think, once it becomes legal, I think it'll all even out. Because especially, coming from this trip, man, these vineyards, just the freshness of the wine there, man, is just, going to there and, speaking with the, with the people who grow it, how they did this when this was harvested and, getting a taste in it and all. And I think marijuana is going to be on that same level.
You was getting that time treatment, that time breakdown.
Yeah, man, getting the time breakdown.
Because it's gonna get that love, and that's why, like you said, the tobacco, like they're saying, even the liquor, they're saying right now in certain states now that became legal now, they said the alcohol intake is dropped. Like alcohol is falls off now. They're losing the sales because of the fact of this is more of a safer bet. It's more of a relaxing. It's it does the job better, and it's not going to do as much harm on you in the bigger picture.
Right. But again, they were showing out, Denver is booming. The population is booming now. And I remember the Today Show, they were, trying to debunk the stigma by it, but, everybody's moving there to get high. They were showing the medical reasons of why people are moving there. Not because marijuana is not legal everywhere. The marijuana medical treatment you can get in that state now.
Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah, that's one reason why I was thinking about going to Florida, and I don't want to go to Florida because Florida ain't rap tight, but I got to think about it.
No, don't do it.
Nah, man.
Don't do it to yourself.
I said Orlando. I'm going to Orlando, though. I will go to Orlando. I'm in the middle, back in the middle. But I don't see me doing that in a bigger picture. But I be putting it in consideration.
You're gonna slap somebody in Florida, bro, easily.
Yeah, I know. You know what? I know I could. From what I can tell, I can see myself doing that. Cause that's amazing that I have not slapped nobody here in Texas.
You used to that.
How Florida is. But then at the same time, I know Texas is cold and join the race everybody because Arkansas is already. I think Oklahoma is gonna be next. And Texas is gonna be like, we can't have these other fucking states doing these other states. No, I take that back. Oklahoma already is. Oklahoma and Oklahoma and Arkansas is already illegal, and Texas ain't gonna allow that shit to happen too much longer. The ego is gonna bother them.
Right.
And
I remember when go ahead.
I was just saying, how they like to go against whatever California do. They don't like to add on, but now these other little smaller states around them, that's where they feel some kind of way. And everything. So I can see definitely Texas gonna fold in soon.
Mm-hmm. And then the way Trump has messed up the farming industry, it really sets it up where these farmers gonna have to grow that weed.
Get that money.
They're gonna start lobbying for that because I read that with the banking crisis, that was only $12 billion. The farming industry is looking at like a $29 billion loss.
Ooh, what is it? 29?
29.
Might start planting me some corn. Give me a piece of that money.
Because I didn't know how bad it was when I don't know if I told you last year. There's a little place right outside of Lafayette, and you should know Batman, Scott, Louisiana.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Dime Specialty Meats. I stopped right there and get some cracklings, some fresh cracklings. And I'm like, I'm gonna get my 3 pounds in, and the sign said $8 a pound. I was ready to spend that 24 easily. And then the lady, she saw the smile on my face and like, hey, that sign, we didn't change the sign yet, but that's gonna be $19.99 a pound. What?
Jeez. You should have went to Bro Bridge. What is that? The Tiger? The Tiger?
Oh no. Here's where Trump comes in. He said, why is $19.99? Tariffs, baby.
Yeah. Y'all saw they laid off at Bayou Steel?
Yeah, I saw that.
That's what they blamed it on because of the tariffs.
Wow.
Damn tariffs.
Like 400, like almost 400 people.
Damn tariffs.
Mm-hmm. Damn insurgents.
Damn China.
It's like he didn't understand, dude. Yeah, everything is leave China alone. We owe them money. What you doing, bro?
Oh no. We don't owe them money. They own us. We don't owe them no. We don't owe them no money. No. They own us. Like we that cheap in debt, dude. Like no, they own us.
Like damn.
Craziness.
Yeah, that's a whole nother ball. That's a whole nother conversation now. That's a separate whole podcast for itself, yo. We could break that whole scenario. Now all of a sudden, they want to put all the information together and say, yo, I think it's time for us to get them on out of here. Now you want to get rid of them.
All right, I'm out.
Yeah. We Jay Reed. Now we in Jay Reed. Like, we in too deep now. Like, LL would look at your boy like, yo, you ain't no cop. You Jay Reed. I see what you did. I know what you done. Ain't no way you a cop. Cops don't do that.
So Raheem, right now. Raheem, will you be joining us next week?
With my business schedule and everything, and since I'm not allowed to go to Denver no more, yes, I'll probably be there.
Jesus.
Really, dude? We just had this conversation outside of this. Here you go bringing that up.
Raheem, is this a situation where because you banned from Denver, we all banned from Denver, or just you?
Yeah. No, I'm being told by the fellow craft of brothers that I can't go, even though I'm not technically banned to go anywhere. But
okay.
Yeah,
let that go.
Abort mission.
Yeah.
But on another note, congrats on on your degree.
Yes, congratulations, though.
So
congratulations, man.
That ain't the reason why you've been missing the podcast, though. So,
well, is it part of it? I mean,
no, part of my ass.
Hey, bro, look at it, man. Look, I had to. Well, I will say this on the pod. I don't care who it is. Look, bro, these people be having these dreams, man, of being a rapper, and this shit ain't popping off like it used to, man. Bring back the old school days, man. Has some type of study plan because, yeah, you know what I'm saying. You know,
well, you getting paid for it. Well, you're getting paid at least.
Man, you know what, bro? I don't even want this money no more, bro. I'd rather give it back. This shit is annoying, bro.
Oh shit! Now look, hey, at least I know you got paid for it. But damn, if you want to get the money back, that let you know it was really bad. At least I'd rather just get the money back and get my time back. At least I want my time back. I'll pay to get my time back.
That's horrible, man.
Yeah,
I tell you, man, put me on the track, man. I got like 2 verses for you. I got two verses left in the.
I just want to sing a hook one time, man. So.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. I just got 2 verses and a hook.
Hey, I have more faith in y'all than I actually have all my life. With all these people. I mean, don't get me wrong. And speaking of it, whatever. Before we change topics on that or whatever, I heard that recently in a YouTube video that to actually make a hit song to be played on the radio and good promotion. Right now, currently the going rate is $200K. So
I saw that.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So like, so yeah, you know, any rap out there or whatever like that, the free beats y'all be want, y'all better put that $200K out there with it, cause there ain't no way that shit gonna happen.
So they saying $200K just to get on the radio, or that's just like total as far as putting together the track.
The whole marketing, publishing, everything.
Yeah.
Payola, everything. That's called payola.
Sounds about right.
Cause this is all payola now. Like this is like this. Like you said, you know, unfortunately, the rap game is the new drug. Is officially the new drug game. So you do your dirt in the streets to you build up your money, but you're gonna have to invest that $200K into it. But you know, it's gonna get the spins and everything. You're gonna flip that money very well, because this is how you know radio is watered down.
Yeah.
When I listen to the songs that's on the radio, like I don't never listen to the radio. But when I do, I'll be like, "What? This is the shit on the radio?"
Megan Thee Stallion.
And, you gonna take shots at Megan like that?
I ain't never heard one of her songs.
Wow.
But that twerk game though, that twerk game is on point. I give it that.
Man, we can find somebody uptown that can do the same thing.
I'm gonna say this about Megan. Megan is not bad, but I can see it being a machine though, pushed behind it.
That $200K.
Is that true that she won a VMA award and she didn't have a video out?
Yeah, but that was kind of the it was a viewer's choice call though.
Okay.
So that's the reason why, like, you know, she was saying like it wasn't, you know, the viewers made that decision. You know, they voted her in. It wasn't a like legitimate VMA. The people within the inside made the choice of that.
Okay.
But I respect her enough to get on these shows and still try to. I know she ain't really freestyling, but she will at least put out a written freestyle and try. Well, a lot of the chicks don't do that.
Young M.A.
Well, no, that's different. Now, she don't count. That's a nigga. That ain't no chick.
Is she from New Orleans?
No, she from Brooklyn.
Okay.
Which is the East Coast version of New Orleans.
Well, I will say 3D Not T.
Yeah, yeah. No, but 3T Not T, everybody's scared of her. You know that, right?
Yeah, nigga, but still a smash.
Yes, her skills, though, nigga. They scared of her skill sets and her mind. She ain't no yes person at all. She is too smart for her own good, and that's why she don't get the love that she deserves. like her skill set is there, but she know the game just as much. You can't hustle her. That's why she don't.
Executives don't like people like that. They need somebody.
Yeah, they don't like. And they sure the hell don't want no woman to be able to be that fucking smart to call them out. That's why she's way more reckless than any of these other chicks in this game. She really raps like a nigga. Highly disrespectful lines. Her punchline is not right.
That's why I love her.
Right, I know. But it's like, that's why Sway and them give her the love that they do give her. Like, because Sway and them want to put her on there all the time and every time. But the industry is scared of her. But she still does well for herself. She still get her shows. She go overseas. She do her shows. So she's still good independently. She probably makes just as well doing it the way she's doing it. But she's not going to get the full love that she deserves. She probably is the best female rapper out. But other things though, I will say though, she doesn't have the ability to make a song though. I think that's her only knock. A radio song. She don't know how to make a radio song.
What's another thing is like, it's one thing to have punchlines and have bars, but can you make a song with a concept, and can you make an album?
True.
Right. Hey, that might be her other knock too though. Her skill set is there, but she don't have the song making ability part.
Like Megan.
She don't even have a mixtape?
Yeah.
Well, she got mixtape and all that, but it just don't have that type of song. She don't have that radio song.
Okay.
You know, I was about to say, like what Snoop said when he first came out, was like he just had a whole bunch of lyrics in a notebook, and it took the DLC to actually take stuff and put it together and make a hook and have structure as far as his lyrics, versus he was just writing bars. You know what I'm saying? That's two different things as far as writing bars. That's what Kanye West does. I don't know if you notice, you can kind of see in some of his songs where he reused certain punchlines, just because that's all he had a notebook full of, just a bunch of punchlines. And like, oh, let me just throw this in there.
Right.
And
that's
it
true.
may work on one song, but it don't work on another song.
Yeah.
Like how many times you gonna say Miracle Whip?
True. But then, you know how people got mad? I mean, I've had people got mad at me saying like, yo, why is it like Doggy Style only best album? Because you know what?
It's not his album.
Right, I had the theory, that was DLC that wrote that for him. But it's not the fact he wrote it for him now that he broke it down like that. DLC just guided him into crafting.
Right.
I felt like it was DLC doing that. So
yeah, that's why I said he'll never have another Doggy Style because
that dog, right, and but it's like he still has had his moments of having still good songs after that, but he's just never had an album going to be on that level. That shows you the greatness of DLC. And that's how I looked at it, but I thought that the DLC actually wrote majority of that album because it was just different. So now he broke it down like that, because he said everybody was writing their ass up, but DLC would tell them, yo, okay, that's a hook right there. What you just said right, that's a hook. He thought the right lines that was said, and he let them know like where that
should go
to go with it. And so I said, okay, now that makes sense to me now of how that all played itself out. So now I got off of, let Snoop be and live. Because I'm like,
you're just trying to get with him.
Right. You ain't nothing, but I said, okay, you really are something. It's just the fact help you structure songs better. So I respect that better.
Many producers did that, even Puffy.
Yeah.
Oh, no doubt. True.
Even Raheem, the commissioner. But we come up on a 2-minute warning, so let's go around these last words. So, who the Saints got next week?
Tampa Bay. But in the dome.
In the dome.
Yeah.
Okay. Y'all good then.
Yeah.
Okay. I can see that. Suspect defenses.
Had to put that disclaimer in there. In the dome.
I already know my outcome with my team next week. We playing fucking Chicago.
Ooh.
And we're gonna hold that hell high.
In London town.
In London. Dude, I'm gonna tell you why that's messed up. This is the last 2 weeks we had to play Central games all at 12 o'clock. And now you're gonna send our ass all the way across the pond.
Yep.
Okay. And we gotta go to Khalil Mack. All right, fuck all that. We're gonna hold that L high. Now I'm gonna just take that L gracefully. Every time Khalil Mack do something, he gonna look straight at Group and be like, yeah, I ain't worthy to talk to. Well, listen. I'm scared. Carson just get the flu or something.
No.
That's gonna be fun because they were close. That's what they said. They were real tight.
Yeah.
But he's gonna take them out.
Nick Mac will take him out. Grace. So I'm already prepared to take my L next week. So it is what it is.
Titans got the Bills. We should be able to.
That's gonna be an interesting game, though, y'all. That's kind of that's a pickle.
Depends if Allen plays or not. I like Josh Allen, but
yeah,
he got a concussion, something like that.
Yeah, I know. Hopefully he can pass that protocol, but yeah, if he doesn't play, then I'll give y'all the advantage. But if he's there, it could be a still pick him, but I'll probably still give y'all the edge because of the fact that he's dealing with the concussion.
You're gonna bring that pressure.
Right, because you already know, like I said, because, I still don't think Bedford, with the Oakland Raiders, the Bedford hit wasn't as bad as that hit that Allen took.
Anytime your coach chimes in on that one, you know it's bad.
Yeah, I understand he has a history of doing that, but damn, spin him now for the rest of the season. I thought that was a little extreme, but the hit wasn't like, yeah, he did.
Habitual line stepper. Yeah,
the history, I get it though. That's why I take that. I take that. I take that in stride. But it wasn't as bad as what Allen took last week, and your boy didn't get ejected. That hit him.
Right.
Habitual line stepper.
But because of the fact of his history, I see why they did what they did.
So, Tony Love, did y'all have a friendly bet, you and your son?
No, he didn't want to take a bet, but I felt good going to that game because I just bought 2K the day before, and I beat him soundly with the Pelicans, loving Zion on 2K. And then we played the regular game and we did a blacktop. And so I told him, I beat you twice today. I'm feeling good about my Saints.
That momentum was just carrying on.
That momentum just carried on. Oh man! But
in the words of Captain Smith and True Hill, dunk on your kids.
Tony Love, do you want to tell about his punishment? His son's punishment.
Oh no! What happened? What did he do?
What I do?
The punishment where he did the recklessness to his grandmother.
Oh no, we ain't got it. We ain't got to mention that.
Okay. Don't worry, baby. I'll tell you about that later on the outside. Shit is classic though. It's a reckless Ebbtide moment, but he should have died. I couldn't say that.
We all have those moments.
Yeah.
Yeah. I respect it. That's why I just said you want to say that. Man, gotta go there. But I'll tell you about that one offline. But yeah,
his legend is not ready to be broadcast yet. He's slowly growing there, but he's quick. That's all I have to say.
Genetics.
He's quick.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Exactly.
Damn kids.
Kids. This is right.
Yeah. Wait, did we lose Roger Goodell again?
No,
I'm here.
He trying to multitask and work and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, that is true. He is at. Yeah, I got you. That is true where he is at. So okay, cool.
But we appreciate you showing up. You know what I'm saying?
We ain't a whole lot about this happening again, though.
We're honored to have you here with us.
Well, I will formally let y'all know that after today, this job is no longer an ordinance to my life. So I should be free on the weekends.
Glad to have you, brother. Glad to have you.
You know what I mean?
Official post-game press conference.
You know what I mean? So keep your credit score high, keep your side bitches low. I'm out.
All we need is have references all here. Oh God.
So on that note, we're gonna dip out. We'll be back next week with more foolery, more football, more music, more culture.
Yeah.
Shout out to the hot girls getting pregnant. We love y'all.
All the hot girls getting pregnant at 45.
We love y'all.
Blasted tonight. Oh, he blasted. He gonna make his appearance and start blasted hard. Oh God. Okay. He on one tonight. Oh, he definitely on one tonight. Pound pop. All right. We'll do this again Sunday, yo.
All right, and we out.
All right.
Later.